Hello, everyone. I'm presumably audible audio. All right, we're gonna restart. Yep, this isn't live, right? We're good. Hello, everyone. I'm presumably audible. This is a pre-recorded race, but not pre-recorded commentary of Val Adyn versus Tim Quato. I'll be commentating with No Way, and Chris has done a great job making it so that we can see all four perspectives. I know there was a bit of hassle involved, so appreciation to your streamer. Yeah, and they're gonna start right now because pre-recording is great. So we have an immediate Dirtmouth stag. I don't know who goes. It's not actually that helpful because there's a green. I'm just like getting my bearings here, but it's a green path start and a crossroads start. It might be helpful for the green path player to eventually go Dirtmouth. We're on 3 masks as you can see, and Adyn immediately goes down to 1. But I think this should be a really fun match. This is upper bracket semis, I suppose. So there are 3 teams left that don't have a loss, and these are 2 of them. And after this match, there will only be 1 team left. Again, it's pre-recorded. You might be able to cheat by looking in challenge and figuring out who won, but don't do that. And forget I mentioned that, actually. I didn't say anything.
I'm casually spoiling the race.
I don't even know the outcome of the race. I'm not looking in challenge. Challenge. You know what? Maybe if I mispronounce challenge, then no one will go on there. That was the real strategy. I don't know who's favored in this race, by the way. Challenge isn't updated? Let's go. Huge.
Perfect.
I don't know who's favored in this race. I think Val and Adyn are the number 1 seed, I believe, technically. And Tim Quato are, I don't know if they're 3 or 4. My guess would be 3. Wait, no, they'd have to be 4 if they're playing this, right? Yeah, surely. Yeah, because we did a bracket. Quato won last all majors tourney. Yeah. I think Adyn and Val got second twice or something like that. Like these 2 teams both have like very real possibility of winning the tournament. And I think a lot of it's gonna probably come down to the randomness of randomizer, and that is fun. I do like that. I especially like that when I'm viewing and not playing. When you're playing a race like this that you know is like very high profile, it can be very stressful to just like last location a major item or just feel like you're not getting anything or have an idea that you're behind. Stag nest stag, by the way, for Quato.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So far from the major trackers, there's not really anything standing out to me. Maybe Deep Nest 6, but for the rest it's a pretty standard division of where the majors are.
Yep. Yeah, Waterways 1 seems
Maybe
very
Waterways
low.
1, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is like constantly on 1 HP. All the code on 3 HP is rough.
That's the 3 mask shard experience.
So Stag Nest Stag for blue team. I don't think red team has it yet. I'm trying to figure out where Adyn's going. Adyn should be going down now. So I think red team will have Stag Nest Stag pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know how many people do know the outcome of this, but it's a trade secret. It's a trade secret to me as well. Do you know the outcome, Noah?
No, I don't.
Stonks.
I think it's probably just these 4 people so far.
I think Chris must know, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and there's Stag Nest for red team. So I think in this, you generally the green path player goes Stag Nest because the crossroads player has more to do. It's also like kind of awkward to split crossroads because if you have one person go shops, that person also kind of wants to do Dirtmouth, and they have crossroads Stag, so false knight's really not bad. You can split crossroads, but like there's no real reason to. I don't see why the green path player would go and like run into crossroads. That seems really weird to me, unless they're completely out of checks. But it's pretty nice. I think Green Path plus Cliffs is maybe a little more than Crossroads in terms of checks, but it's probably pretty similar. Both players have like a lot to do, which is good.
Also, yeah, in terms of a bit surprising with the starts being so close, I would say.
Yeah, they're close, but they're like very easy to not overlap, which is nice. Ooh, dive at Crossroads Stag. Okay, And they're both going to find
But
that
that might
just about at the
actually,
same time.
yeah, that might incentivize them to actually split crossroads. So one would go into peak a little bit after.
Yeah.
But they still have cliffs to do.
You see a nail upgrade is one of the majors at Cliffs. It wasn't bought yet because 300 is a lot for early game. And nail upgrade is not too important, especially with that dive. Like, they have damage in other ways. Green path I'm looking at now has 3 left. Okay. Yeah, you could do peaks. I think it makes sense to continue with Crossroads until you want to go into peaks. Depends if they know the Dark Room too. I assume most of these players do the Dark Room to get through peaks into Resting Grounds. RG3, RG3 with Ghost Essence though is like not nearly as good. I was thinking with Dive, like you could go to Resting Grounds and probably get a couple majors, but if it's Ghost Essence, there's a very good chance they can't get anything in Resting Grounds right now. Him and Val are doing like the exact same thing. Val is like 2 seconds behind or something.
Yeah, they have been ever since the Malak fight, I believe. That just shows the level of these runners, that they just know the perfect place, or the most optimal place, I should say.
Yeah, Tim is slightly outpacing. Tim was a cycle ahead on False Net, I guess. I don't see anything else yet. Adyn also declining the nail upgrade. So yeah, blue team with a very slight lead, but pretty inconsequential compared to how long the rando is. The only reason it's relevant is because these two are doing like the exact same thing. They're doing Crossroads in the same order. They did Green Path in slightly different order, but they both full cleared, I believe, Green Path without the MMC Shade skip, and then went straight to Cliffs. Both Adyn and Quato. And Cyclone in its vanilla location, well, vanilla area, not vanilla location.
I wonder what the progression is gonna be. Maybe another stack somewhere?
I want it to be like the egg and peaks.
Go ahead.
I feel like the egg and peaks. You could also use dive to get Soul Catcher, which we should see very soon here.
Yeah, I mean they have to find something soon.
Yeah, I feel like
I think they're running out of checks.
Oh, Tim picked up the cloak. Sacrifice for Mothwing Cloak. Yeah, it
now it's
shows
up to Bill to find the Soul Catcher check. If that is something.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think I said everything I wanted to.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, it is Dream Nail. Yeah. I mean, Tim is going back, so it's not that bad. It actually evens them out more than anything. Tim was, like, probably 30 seconds ahead or so. Now has to go back for the Shade. Which, not the best death, not the worst death. It feels not that bad because it's still right in Ancestral Mound. The fact that he got Dash makes it a lot better. But it is still a little bit of a trek to go all the way around through this. Tim is not risking 1 HP again. But yeah, 3 HP can go really fast if you're not careful. You lose like a lot of buffer. I like early egg shot with the simple key. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay. I really like early egg shot.
Yeah.
Do they do early egg shot? I think it's a good play by red. I don't know if blue is going to do it, but Claw is massive here. It would probably be on Tim. I don't think Quato has any access to Dirt Math. But they should both have the key. I don't know if they have the same number of eggs, but I can't imagine they're too far off Claw. If not, they can probably get it right away. And if not, it's going to be really close. We'll see. It hasn't been much.
Red team got it pretty early, so yeah. It's probably very low. What were you saying?
Well, there's not. It hasn't affected blue team yet. This is like Val is about to do the first. Oh no, even this with dive dash. So Claw doesn't matter for a little bit here, but they should find it soon. If blue team does not find Claw soon, it's massive, but it hasn't hurt them yet to get it later. Like, red team has not benefited from Claw at all yet. I don't even know if they've done a Walkling. They probably have, incidentally, but it has not made much of a difference. It's not like Dash that gives you, like, immediate speed. They have, like, 3 keys already. Yeah, even better reason to do, Dartmouth. Where is Val going?
I hope Tim is going to do it now. Because he freed Slide. Yeah. Probably the next thing he does.
I believe. Yeah, it's either Tim does it now or we don't get it for another 20 minutes. Hidden Station Stag with that Claw is huge, too. I do like the Arnie's doing False Knight first, by the way, so that you can do Salubre and Sly, and Tim does not check it. So Hidden Station not useful for blue at all. They can't really get out. It's only 1 check. And red gets all right side city access with that Hidden Station. Yeah, Tim's going there now. So this is looking bad for blue team. That is a big disadvantage if they don't find that soon. Oh, Tim's going back? Wait, Tim just warped out of Dartmouth through 1 check and then goes back for Claw? Oh, it's winnable. Okay. Okay, it's fine then. Yeah, no real advantage then at all. Turned from a big advantage to no real advantage really quick. I thought Tim was just out of Dartmouth. We'll see if they have enough for D-Dark Claw here.
I just missed how many it was, but
they'll have it.
I think he has it.
Yep, they'll have both the important things at Egg Shot. Quato doing the Dark Room at 1 HP. Quato not doing the Dark Room. I prefer the not doing the Dark Room tech. It's interesting because there's still Cliffs 1 or 2. Where's Howling Cliffs? Cliffs 2, and one of them is at the Stag, right? So the Dark Room, I think, has to have something. I don't think there's any other Cliffs locations. Yeah, because they came in through Stag Nest. Yeah, so they know there's something there. It's just a hard Dark Room. Lurian for better or for worse. So peaks is kind of the difference we're seeing so far. Like, red team has done peaks, blue team is going straight to resting grounds here. It's a very dense area, so I do like it with the resting ground Stag. I'd like to see someone go into right side city pretty soon, just because you're going to have to split the map. There's maybe a world where you get both players from a team going into right side city, but I don't think that's good.
No, at the very least I would have 1 player then go left and 1 right.
Yeah.
Yeah, both right is pretty painful, I would say. Or inefficient.
Yeah. So Val does get this Dark Room. Val, run.
I believe.
Val's getting sold to do this skip here. There's like a little wall thing, and then you can rates. I think they have rates. Oh no. How did he get back up? There's no way. What? Okay.
Oh no, Vale.
Maybe they don't have an air stall? I feel like if they had an air stall, Val would have done an air stall. Ignore me for getting an air stall.
Tim tried to do an air stall with Cyclone Slash. Barely missed it.
Oh, has Tim already done the peak Dark Room?
I think so. I don't remember how we got into resting grounds, but I think that's what.
I thought they had Stag. I could just be making stuff up though. Auto probably going Deep Nest here. You can do Fungal. People tend to not like Fungal early, but with Dash Claw this early, it's pretty good. Val at 1 HP now. There's so many like black borders to screens everywhere, just because of this 3 mask. Quato actually has a life float on, so does Adyn. I don't know if those are masks or if that's a charm. That's a lot to be masks.
I think it's a charm. I think they picked up the life float heart at some point early.
Yeah.
So yeah, with this gimmick, definitely a good charm to have.
Fog Canyon 1 and Adyn's gonna go straight for rates.
Shade Cloak in resting ground in Crypts.
In Crypts, yeah, nice.
It's pretty huge. With QG2, that might be important.
They just want a 200 essence to do a million Dreamer checks, or a million Ghost checks, I suppose. Still close. I think blue team has a little more pace here than red team. Just from watching them do like almost the exact same early clears, it seems like blue team gained like half a minute maybe just off of movement. They also did get Claw later, though. And we're also going to see, I mean, we're already seeing a much higher diversity of locations checked. It's not just going to be people following each other.
Is Tim going back to peaks? I thought he had the bench. I'm not sure what he's doing here.
They do have resting. Okay, yeah, Tim's going to the city. I like this. I assume Tim's just going to stay on right side after this. Oh yeah, there was the fourth, the point out in chat, but that was the fourth simple key. Quato doing cyclone drops. LP runner. Alright, Val's gonna find Shade Cloak here in Crypts pretty shortly.
If they haven't already, because it was on the far right.
Yeah, I think they started left side. One essence, you hate to see it.
Oh yeah.
Adyn now going into Fungal. So I think Red Team has a little more peaks clearing. I don't remember if Blue has been in peaks at all. But they're not gonna continue it at least. Peaks is decent, but only 2 items is hard to justify. City of Tears 5 really good, Deepness 6 really good, and you can get to a lot of checks in both of those areas.
Yeah, I expect at least one player on each team to go there as soon as possible. I think peaks will be a bit later on.
Yeah. Quato's gonna go back to this Dark Room. He's made it past the first section. This bit's the harder bit, in my opinion. Quato's getting hit a lot too, but the Lifeblood is saving him. Oh, really good movement. Yeah, Quato's past the hard part here. 3 HP is still a little scary.
Made it, I think.
Yeah, these Vengeflies are annoying, but it should be fine. Yeah. So we'll get the check first, even. Yeah. Oh my god. There we go.
Safety dive. Definitely like it.
It will be Joni's here. See Adyn going to Deep Nest. I like Adyn going to Deep Nest while Vals goes to City. We'll see how much Quato gets rewarded for this. Reasonably. It is a major. It doesn't give you too much, but it is convenient. I don't know how late Lantern is too. That's also going to make a difference. Yeah, that Dark Room on a 3 HP start is rough too. Oh, I didn't even see the King Station stack. I thought Val just zoomed.
And Quato is, I think he's taking the Shade Cloak to clear out Fog Canyon.
Probably a little bit of Fog Canyon to QG to Deep Nest. This is definitely like a good Deep Nest entrance. Probably the best one they have. You could go Spore Shroom as well, would get you to Deep Nest a little faster, but you'd miss out on some checks along the way. Yeah, I think actually both are reasonable. Tim's gonna have to manually do this climb instead of Val, who just went straight there. So actually Red Team with the lead now in terms of location, or in terms of, not location, like progression, I guess. Tim is pretty much following Val a couple minutes behind, and Quato following Adyn a couple minutes behind, but they do have that Dream Gate. We'll see how much that comes into play, so they don't have to do that later. I think it's just Dreamgate versus Tier is the only difference in majors here. I think the rest are the same for both teams.
I think so.
We'll also see, I know some people when they get to City do not do the Arena above King Station checks for a long time. Like, those are often, like, left or forgotten about. So we'll see if Tim does that first. I've Blood Zero also really nice for 3 masks, by the way.
Yeah, true. Although the regen period is pretty long if you only have 3 masks to tank it.
Yeah. Tim has not turned on map mod. This is so tragic. We see 2 people riding the Pleasure House elevators. And yeah, we have ghosts here. So I think there's... maybe it's only one ghost in here and a lore tablet. I forget. There's some checks on the elevator, but I forget if it's a lore tablet or a ghost.
It's a lore tablet at the bottom here, I believe.
Oh, and this is the ghost. Okay.
Oh, here's another ghost that I didn't know about. Good on Tim for remembering.
Yep. Yeah, we haven't talked too much about the gimmicks, but it's... Other than resting grounds, they're fairly inconsequential. Like, Three Masks changes the difficulty of the game, but doesn't really change how you, like, check things or locations. And then Ghosts, pretty minimal outside of course, resting grounds having a million next to each other.
I mean, Three Masks can change your routing a bit. Like I would put off some of the harder bosses
Yeah,
in Three Masks.
Yeah,
but I guess with these runners, they're pretty comfortable with every boss fight in the game.
Yeah, they both did Moloch and like with nothing, and Quato even did the Dark Room. So I don't know how much Three Masks is gonna stop them. Adyn Val already at 4 anyway. Quato finally getting to this hot spring. I don't think we've seen much from Deep Mist out of Adyn. We've seen a lot of checks, but nothing really consequential. A lot of these lightness checks are pretty sparse anyway. We will see Tim go up here for Ismas. That's good. And doing Zodarina. And Ismas for blue team. So the only difference is that Dream Gate that Quato found.
Which hasn't helped much just yet, but it might save them some time later on, especially when they get to Edge.
Edge and Left Side City, like coming back to Lem or Nailsmith can be a really long walk actually. I think it's a really good location for a Dreamgate personally.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely one of my favorite locations as well.
Tim again at 1 HP here, but he's just gonna wait out this enemy and use it to heal instead of going to the next wave is smart. It loses you a little bit of time, but it saves the risk of losing like 2 minutes.
Yeah, with only dive as a spell for this room, it's pretty slow, I would say.
Yeah.
And both of the other spells are the ideal ones.
Yeah, I like to say, for this room, I like to say you either want just VS or you want dive and wraiths. If you're going to have one spell, it really should be VS, so you can hit things on the ground and the air. Both dive and wraiths can technically hit both, but like it's really annoying, and that room is not, especially in 3 Masks, that room is not great to mess around in. So mostly I'm looking at red team here. A lot of the checks that blue team's doing are repeats of what we've already seen. 1 grub saved. Well done. This is not a
Did we actually have a grub check?
I'm sure we have. I don't remember what was there. But the fact that this is the first grub saved by red team, and I don't even remember blue team saving a grub, makes me think grubs are not majors. Or if they are, it's at like 5 for a nail upgrade or something. Yeah, I'm impressed with how much like these runners are using Cyclone. I think that's something I could learn from. Like, I am very bad at using nail arts outside of like skips, or like hitting lever skips pretty much. Or like Kalos. I think Kalos have a really good application for nail arts. But just like using it casually for either drops or like you saw Val do, opening the shortcut faster to Lemon City, can save a lot of time overall. And it's just free time save. Speaking of nail arts, Adyn gets scaling.
Very clean fight as well. And we're seeing Tim doing Sanctum, which I think Vale didn't do, or got out of.
Yeah, Vale skipped it. Very likely that Vale can come back to it, actually, just because they have that bench. I kind of prefer what Vale's doing, checking this first. I think these are denser checks. You have this annoying room, but then you have 3 very quick checks on top of the one in this room. Overall, though, I think
That's
they're both
true,
gonna do
yeah.
both. I don't think it matters too much. If there was like dash or wing, or I mean, there is wings at stake, but if there were dash at stake, then I think it's more relevant to do the denser checks first. I'm gonna do Gorb. So here's where blue team can make up a little bit of time, because red team has to pay the toll of not having checked cliffs. The checks, I can't really read the checks counter, but it looks like 92-94, which is extremely close. We'll see if Adyn wants to do the dark room too. Neither team electing... Oh, Shopkeeper's Key. I missed that, but both teams should have that. That was just past Galleon. Quato doing the Dream Nail drop for Galleon. You love to see it. But no Dark Deep Nest from red team. I think pretty reasonable that Quato could go into Dark Deep Nest here. We have 5 left in Deep Nest. It's going to be 4 after this Galleon. Galleon was dash slash, I do believe.
Yeah,
Adyn,
I think
cannot...
what it was.
So Adyn is doing the dark room. I can't tell how far they are. Looks like they're at about the halfway point here, on the bottom left.
Yep, I think so too. So Adyn is also almost there. Just a few platforms and then it's mostly just climbing on solid ground.
Yeah, I think they're at the solid ground part. There are some spikes here. You definitely can still lose the dark room from here, and you see Adyn being very careful, making sure that everything is dead before they continue. Even with 4 masks, this can get out of hand really fast. And Dark Deep Nest from Quato, so 2 black screens here.
And we're getting a nailed smith check from Vale. I believe they can check nail 4, but I'm not sure. It looks like they have 4 Vale right now.
Quato had a really interesting route. So Quato went Dark Deep Nest to Galleon, then back to get the tram bench, I suppose? I have not seen that. Maybe that is faster for full clearing Deep Nest. I can't imagine Quato would elect to do Dark Deep Nest if it weren't faster. As opposed to just climbing up to the Zode bench and then going and getting Galleon is what I'm more used to seeing.
Yeah, me too. I've never actually timed it, so maybe it is faster, or maybe it's just like a habit.
Yeah, it could be a habit. But yeah, Quato showing a lot of expertise with dark rooms here. Also, that Essence pickup making me think we really should be going to Resting Grounds to check all the RG ghosts. It is only 1, actually. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. You get so much, like, utility stuff from it, though. You can get Palars from there. Simple Key's not too relevant, but you can get Simple Keys. You can get, like, Shaman. Even if it's not Majors, it is, like, by far the most check-dense area in the game if you have Ghosts on to do the Resting Ground ghosts. And, like, I don't know. It's really hard to pass up, even if there weren't Majors. It's really hard to pass up, like, 10 checks per minute or whatever it is there. It's something crazy.
Yeah, that's true. And things like Shaman, as you say, would really speed up the game in the boss fights.
Oh, there's no easy logical way across the water. That's true. Yeah, you'd have to shade skip, and that's a lot slower. Yeah, you want C-dash, swim wings. Yeah, that's true. Okay, sensible. So that's the first race. For whatever reason, I thought that we'd seen race a long time ago, but I guess not. Quato doing who here? So Quato's... What you're going to probably see from blue team is Quato doing everything in his power to not go to the right side. Right side being kind of, not slang, but terminology, I guess, for Kingdom's Edge, City of Tears, Ancient Basin. I guess that's all that's like strictly right side, I suppose. Yeah. White Palace, I guess. But even White Palace, Quato can end up doing. But you'll probably see Tim clear all of City, all of Edge, and all of Basin, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
Quato has already...
Quato might run out of stuff to do.
Yeah, if Quato runs out, he can always do Dark Deep Nest here. There's always peaks, which both sides of both teams can do. They just don't want to because it's only 2 majors. But you really want to find either Wings or C-Dash first, and then you have enough movement to pretty comfortably do almost every check in the game. Once you have, like, Dash Claw and then either Wings or C-Dash. They already have Ismas too, so they'll be able to do a lot of stuff. Waterways is kind of annoying right now, and it's only 1 check, as we pointed out earlier, so there's not much reason to go there.
Yep. I was thinking maybe QG is also a possibility.
Yeah, with
Because I
Isma's
think they
especially.
can clear most of that right now.
Yeah, and I think Quato got to Deep Nest via QG, so Quato has already done the first arena. You usually like to wait for QG stag, but it's always a like game of chicken kind of how long you're gonna wait for QG stag versus just okay, I accept we'll never get it. I guess I'm going to QG now. E key, by the way. That was E key and fungal, I believe. That's a pretty good E key, especially for how dense city is.
That might help blue team to get a little bit of an advantage for a while.
Yeah, we'll see what's behind there. Abyss Shriek for Val now. Okay. Blue team will also get Abyss Shriek pretty soon here. It's right at the end of Sanctum. So 2 left in the city. We still have Watchers. We still have the later nail upgrades. We have Collector. So definitely not guaranteed anything at EQ.
And Tyrant as well, which we might see right now.
We could.
Oh, Vale seems to warp out. Yeah. And no Dreamgate, I believe. Or did he drop one?
I'm not sure. I tend to not. If I leave a Dreamgate here, I always end up moving it like before I end up doing Tyrant. But if Tim finds this Shriek, they don't have Shaman, but Shriek is pretty good for Tyrant. I much prefer Shade Soul, but Shriek is probably the second best thing you're getting to deal with it. It is a long boss fight. Tyrant is a huge health pool you have to get through, and you often cannot hit him, is the issue. Like Lostkin and Failed Champ have similar health. I think even less than Tyrant. Maybe not. But they're much easier to hit constantly. Tyrant is such a pain. Yeah, if Tim's skipping here, there's like a free grub Tim can get he does not want. So I don't think they care for grubs at all. So we'll see if he goes
Crossroads is 0, that's why. Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. He did leave a dream gate? Okay. Okay, that is E-Key. They both have E-Key. Yeah, Adyn also going through fungal. Both teams, as Quato mentioned, both teams just doing the same thing right now. Which has been the case for a lot of this rando, actually. It's only kind of the middle 10 minutes that we've seen so far where they were doing different things. But the early game was extremely similar. And a lot of it's logical, I think. Yep.
Alright, just pointing out that Tim is now checking E-Key, which is the one thing that Red can't do right now.
I think Red just checked it, actually. Red does have E-Key in their recent items.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Val just checked Shade Soul. But yeah, I think it also speaks to, like, when you get on a really high level of rando, like, there definitely are quote-unquote, like, optimal plays, right? There's definitely stuff that on average is best, or, like, which area to go and how to split clears, etc. And I think that's why you see very similar routes from both teams, just because, like, things like splitting right side, left side are just very common and almost always better than having both people go to city or splitting city and edge or something. Also, I don't even think they can get an edge, even with a skip. I can't think of a way, at least.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you go. I feel like Peaks... Okay, we do see Peaks from Tim, but I feel like Peaks is getting better and better as these other areas start getting cleared. You want something for deep focus when you're going through Peaks, ideally, but you don't need it. You can always skip deep focus and come back from the QG bench. We do see Watchers from Val, so this could be nothing if we have, like, Nailsmith or Collector. But pretty good chance that Val finds the last item and then they're done with City here. EPAT? Was that EPAS from Un? Whoa.
Oh, that might be pretty... Wait, is it actually big except for picking it up?
It's just a crossroads check. Yeah, I guess it's not that big.
Yeah.
It might take a long time. Because, like, what's their green path at now? Oh, there's still 2. 2 and 1. We'll see. It could be very reasonably a last check in green path. So it might save Blue some time, but yeah, you're right. I don't think there's really anything that ePath unlocks. They already have both sides of both elevators, and the one check that ePath hard locks is in Crossroads, which is 0. Peaks here. I see Adyn doing King's Pass, but I don't think we've seen yet. I don't think we've seen any of these checks except for what Quato is doing right now. Tim is now going to, so we do have race now. Tim is going to go to Mound. This is out of logic, but often you see runners go Mound first just because of density. So this is the exact same thing Adyn was trying to do earlier, but didn't have the spell, and yeah, Tim gets it first try. Very nice.
Yeah, very nicely done. Even had some spare room.
$25-26 on majors, and it looks like 133 to 132 on checks. These teams have just been doing very similar things at similar paces. Like, it is a very good match. You don't see this too much, at least with broadcast matches. It's just pretty rare to see two teams, like, both figuring out kind of what's the best thing to do and both being pretty evenly matched in terms of how fast they're doing it. We do see a difference with Val doing Soul Tyrant. So Val found nothing. This is a risk. It could be Collector. I don't know how much of Nail Master they've checked. I don't think Val would be doing Soul Tyrant, or at least I wouldn't recommend doing Soul Tyrant if they don't know that Nailsmith is cleared.
I believe they were able to get to your Nail preview at least. So it probably was nothing.
Wings out of logic, too. Whoa. That check is out of logic without C-Dash, because once the Mantis Lords close the door, you can't get that anymore. Very interesting. So that's a huge find for Red Team. That's going to make peaks a little bit faster, too. They don't have to do the skips. Quato, I don't know where Quato is, but I assume this is Dark Deepness that we were talking about earlier. Yes, this is Dark. That was the second Dark Deepness, yeah. And Tim is doing... Oh, this is just resting grounds checks. Yeah, Tim is kind of wondering what to do here. Adyn going left for Mantis Lords, the rarity. So this is to check Super Secret and Cornifer. You do, unfortunately, miss what you just saw Adyn pass there. Oh, the VS. The VS going left for Mantis Lords. So most people, and what we usually see, is people doing this checks after Fungal Core. I'm looking at Vale's screen right now, because we're 1 HP versus Soul Tyrant. But Adyn getting rewarded for doing it right after Mantis Lords, actually.
I mean, it is half a reward if Fungal Core is still forced.
Yeah.
Because then you're, like, double dipping into it, and it's a little bit of a time waste if blue team goes from Fungal Core immediately.
Yeah, there is none. I think why Adyn's doing this is there's nothing left in Fungal, so Adyn doesn't really want to waste time doing Fungal Core, and they get both sets of wings. It was behind Tyrant the other set. Blue might not get wings for a long time. That's really big. That is huge. There's only one left for Blue and Fungal. I think Mantis Lords is pretty late in general. You saw even Adyn didn't check the rewards for Mantis Lords. That's how much they care about their time here. Okay, Adyn will check it now, so, you know, I'm lying. But we know there's no majors in here. You can see on the side it says Fungal weighs 0. Wow, that's crazy wings locations for blue team, actually. I think this is probably the most definitive lead we'd seen so far. Like, they've been so close in checks and in majors. But now it's a 2-major lead, and both of them are wings.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have a little bit of time to run away with it. Let's see how much they can capitalize on it. But
yeah,
I'm assuming at this point, like, most of the things are actually wings locked because they did most of the things that were law only.
Yeah, I think the biggest one, I mean, you'll save a little bit of time through movement and just convenience for having wings. Tim got hit by 2 absolute stupid lasers, by the way. But a big one is getting into edge, because I still think that blue team can't get into edge. That can't be the intended way into edge. It's still out of logic, but it lets them get in. And we could start seeing a big disparity if we have one team get into edge like 10-15 minutes before the other with edge 3. The funny thing is they can pretty much full clear edge too. It's just, I mean, upper edge at least, not tram edge. It's just a matter of getting inside. Adyn now in QG like you were talking about earlier. Vale will clean up some basin checks. I'm interested where Vale ends up going here. This is not a check you normally see this early that Vale's doing. I think it's more common to check Abyss first, they just don't have Kingsbrand. Quato out of Logic and Dark Nest. Awoken Dreamnail for blue team. Okay, that's something. But we know Wings isn't there, so they're not going to be able to do much in Palace. Tim's about to go out of Logic.
Are all of the crown checks out of Logic here? Or
the first one is
like
not.
the top one?
The last one is out of Logic, I'm almost certain.
Yeah, that is certainly out of Logic.
Yeah. I don't see why this one would be. I'm pretty sure Dash Claw is, like, practically intended to get there.
Oh, is it though? Because there's the little background pogo at the start, I believe.
Oh, true. No, you're right. Yeah, you do have
this
to
might
pogo
be
the
entirely out of Logic.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Awoken Dreamnail. We'll see if Blue gets baited into going Palace early. You can have Wings in first check in Palace. That happens more often than you'd think. But we know both Wings locations, right? So we do know it's a bait. And they don't have C-Dash, so it's really hard to make yourself go there. The other Awoken Dreamnail. Quato getting absolutely scammed in Beast Den. Deep Mess now 2 for blue team and 3 for red team. They are even on 23 checks. We'd have to see Tyrant, or I think more likely is the out of Logic Mantis Lord's Wings, to be honest. I could see Quato doing that after Deep Mist here. I don't know how long it's going to take to clean this up, though.
Yeah, and Tim is now using the Wings advantage and gets rewarded for
that's crazy. Yeah, so now
pretty huge.
We'll see how much it peaks Red even has to do, because if they find Shade Soul there and they find their second major, they could skip like all the checks that Tim is doing right now very reasonably. Just depends on where the other major is. But it looks like it's in the C-Dash, somewhere in C-Dash or by Dash Grub, so maybe not too huge for red team. But yeah, it's all these little advantages that are stacking up. I mean, with how close... Oh, Tram Pass for blue, though. That is edge access.
That is huge as well.
Yeah, Tram Pass makes a big difference. That's out of Logic edge access.
Yeah, we see Quato immediately going over there.
Yeah, Tram
definitely do like that play.
I like that play too. I think Tram is good. I think blue team needed something as well. In a way, it might be bad because it makes Quato take longer to do Mantis Lords and get a pretty easy Wings compared to the Tyrant one.
Yeah, but Tim does have a Dreamgate at the Tyrant, so maybe we'll see it after he cleared this part out of the piece.
Possibly. French vanilla. So yeah, now everything that Tim does from here on, Vale won't have to do. But Vale might get baited into CG2. Looks like no. Because Vale, of course, has found the other major. We've actually cleared peaks across the two players, but individually both teams have only found one of the items.
I believe now blue team is also able to full clear it though? Or is Wings required for that? Yeah.
They can with C-Dash, yeah. I mean, the thing is, they might wait on it for a while because they have CG2, and CG2 is 2 checks that are pretty quick, as opposed to going back to deep focus. Technically, I guess CG2 is doable.
CG2 is out of Logic.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we might see Tim.
And it's pretty tough to get there.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Tim, even though it's unfortunate, I kind of agree with what Tim's doing, like waiting till they can check CG2, just because there's such a high chance that you're going back, checking deep focus. It's a fairly long check for peaks especially, and just getting nothing. So he's going to wait to make sure that that check is something before doing it. Just, again, unlucky not having Wings or not having C-Dash earlier to check deep focus. But yeah, it's kind of the same reason that you usually wait on Soul Tyrant until you're sure, or at least more sure, that it's actually going to be a major. It's just a long check, and you'd rather not do it if you can avoid it. Both teams doing a very nice drop through this room, by the way, in C-Peaks, getting right between the laser and the shooter. And yeah, Val does not have to check anything. C-Dash is a very quick check, so we'll just do it, but... That's funny, I didn't know how that... It looks like the bridge was there when Val started the C-Dash, but then as Val was C-Dashing, the bridge went away.
Yeah, it's the inverted cutscene.
Yeah.
I guess moment or whatever.
Adyn's Darkness clears so much faster than Quato because of wings. That's that makes a lot of sense. Swim and Edge immediately, so Edge might be harder than we think to get in for Red Team. There's still a chance here. But yeah, that's part of the like kind of convenience of wings. I'm sure like task-wise, in theory, it's a very similar clear doing Darkness with or without wings. It's probably like 30 seconds difference max. But convenience-wise, it is so much nicer with wings. It gives you so much leeway.
I mean, everything is nicer with wings.
Yeah.
Just an extra jump.
Yeah, Red got Tram Pass. Yeah, we see how much faster that Darkness clear was. That was also a really impressive Darkness clear. I like looked away and Adyn's already done.
Quato skipping up to Hornet too. I don't know if this is faster than going to main edge. Oh, he's warping up.
I think, yeah, people do this very frequently. Well, you'll get this bench just because it's in the middle of everything in edge. And then you're free to do whatever you want because you can always bench warp back. Quato even doing the extra step of leaving a Dream Gate and not having to walk the like 2 rooms back from Hornet 2 to Bardoon Room. Again, like little things that kind of make the difference between a lot of the like high tier and top tier rendo players, I guess you'd say. And again, like just watching Quato, like you're losing like 10-ish seconds to wings there. It's just a lot of small things, and wings is potentially very far away for blue team still.
Yep. But he does pull it off very nicely.
Yeah, he's doing the skips well. He did Dark Deepness well. It's just there's only so much you can do. Vale about to get Dream Nail and Dream Nail here. Him doing Lost Kin is surprising to me. I think Blue's really running out of stuff to do in Logic. They're probably trying to stay in Logic because they want to get these wings. Unfortunately, the logical wings is Soul Tyrant. But yeah, without Kingsbrand, even with Basin 3, I feel like Lost Kin is a bit of a long check. Maybe if you're here anyway. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely reasonable. We do get a King Soul out of it. And you can see... Yeah, go ahead.
He has the Dream Gate at Soul Tyrant, so he doesn't want to have to go back for a Lost Kin, I think. I think that's the reasoning behind doing it immediately. Quato getting an interesting visual, but...
Yeah. But you can see Red Team here can immediately do Palace with that Awoken Dream now. Palace really nice to not have to do last, because then you're kind of... You can't really split it. You're waiting on someone for like 5-10 minutes at the very end of the seed, and the other person can be doing absolutely nothing. So we do see Palace and Edge. These are the 2 big areas that Red Team hasn't cleared yet. Basin 3, but a lot of that could and is Kingsbrand. Waterways 1, no one has set foot in Waterways because why would you with Waterways 1? It is a dense area, but there's just nothing there for you.
And they couldn't check much for the longest time because of no swim and no C-Dash.
Yeah, we just got swim recently, C-Dash recently, and even wings somewhat recently. Waterways is one of those areas that, like, you can check a large portion of it with not very good items, but everything you get makes it just a little bit nicer. Once you have full movement, Waterways is so fast. Yeah, Peaks is done. I'm trying to see, of course, Red Team's tracker now. There's a Dreamer. Red Team's tracker is just almost always white because we're in White Palace. QG2 is relevant for Red Team still. Other than that, they're basically waiting on Kingsbrand and doing these Palace Edge checks. It's going to be really hard to catch up for Blue Team. Did Tim just check for the wings? I guess so. No wings there, and yeah, Tim can't do anything. You see him have to warp out here. He was really, really preying on those first check wings. But yeah, kind of the story of the seed here is just blue team getting 2 wings right in a row. One out of logic at Mantis Lord's Lifeblood. The other one behind Soul Tyrant in logic, technically. Just a huge pain to do. I say never do Soul Tyrant, and I would have lost this seed very confidently.
Yeah. It's a bit painful to see it, because it looks like Tim is also doing like everything but Soul Tyrant right now. Which I do understand, but it is costing them.
Yeah. Can't be too far from because there's only so much that can be in logic. I kind of disagree. I mean, I think you're fairly likely to go out of logic before you do Soul Tyrant as blue team. I think you can be pretty far off wings here still. But Tim also could, I mean, you see Tim struggling. You don't see this very often, but Tim just has no idea where we're going. He is wondering where these wings are, where logic wants him to go. Because you have to imagine a lot of, I mean, Edge in logic now, but Quato's doing that. A lot of these major items are in areas like Basin, which you're waiting on something, Palace, which you're waiting on wings. Like, where is Tim to go? Even Green Path. I don't know where the other one in Green Path is, but I don't know if Tim doesn't have benches. Tim was the Crossroads start.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, Tim can't really do the Green Path checks. Tim is just lost. I guess we're doing resting. Don't they have a stag? I swear they have stag.
I thought he had the bench. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess he wants this check.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like very reasonable to do Dreamers here. Or, yeah, Dreamers and Glade. We'll see if that's where Tim's going. Yeah, it is. Okay. Steady Storm Stag. Very useful. Quato misses the fake dive. So sad. Quato misses the fake dive. So sad. First try every time.
Very nice.
And yeah, Val already in Path of Pain, so this is like banking. I mean, just getting to Path of Pain is almost 5 minutes. This is banking like at least, 5 minutes and counting on blue team and Palace. And yeah, we'll see the Revic checks. This is pretty fun to watch from Tim's end, plus we fortunately have audio. Tim does these little hops, and there's the Major, so Tim might stop here. Yeah, he does. It is Grimchild, and Grimchild, fortunately or unfortunately, actually gives him more checks to do that will not lead to wings. What I was saying, Tim does these little hops to have Revic slash kind of too high, so even if Tim misses the parry, a lot of time Revic will just fly over him.
Just the soul refill at NMG. So yeah, it might be the Grim fight for the last Darkmouth check.
That would be good. That would be good for blue.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's still a bit of wasted time because it's not wings. And that is really what they want right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of waiting on wings. I mean, it doesn't tell the full story. Blue is actually ahead on checks by almost 10. And only 1 behind in major items, but I do think they're still really behind this seed. I think, just based on the beginning, I think Tim and Quato tend to be a little faster at clearing than Vale Adyn. So there's a chance that they can catch up to this, but like, more than anything, this Palace lead is ridiculous. There's going to be so much Palace that Blue has to do.
Yep. I did miss where the majors were. We found 2 in Palace so far.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It might have been both in Path of Pain, but I missed if they were.
There was a Dreamer before Path of Pain, I know. Oh, King's Brand! It just gets better for Val and Adyn. King's Brand, huge.
That is very huge, yeah.
Yeah, because this is linear, right? You have to find wings, then go to Palace, then get this King's Brand, then go into Basin. So there's so much time that Blue is going to have to spend doing all this stuff, and they can't even start it yet. They still need the wings. Yeah, Quato desperate for checks doing Hornet 2. This might be known to be something. Either this or Hive. A lot of times you'll see Hornet 2 and Hive done kind of back-to-back after you've checked the rest of Edge, especially in all majors. Dive and Vale is dream gating. Pop quiz. Where's Vale's dream gate? I have no idea. Probably White
I
Palace.
would also fail the test.
Where? It's not White Palace at
Oh,
all.
I don't know.
It's Waterways time? I guess it's Waterways time.
I guess it's good, yeah, if you have a dream gate there. But there are
Yeah.
still some, like Basin would be something I would do.
I think what's happening here is Vale wants his dream gate for Basin because it's very good in Basin, but he doesn't want to like have to walk all the way back to Waterways, so he's just using his dream gate now. What you'll probably see is him get the bench and then just go right for this King's Brand checks. Because he is rushing the bench here. Vale hasn't done a single check in Waterways yet. Okay, I'm wrong. He leaves another dream gate. Where are we going? I guess we're clearing Waterways. Waterways could be a big difference between the runners, too.
Sure.
You can do Waterways in pretty much any order. You could get the major immediately, or it could take like 10 minutes.
It could be White Defender.
It could be White
That's
Defender.
a bit the risk with one Waterways.
Yeah, one Waterways is really... I don't know if I've ever seen Waterways that low, but it's really annoying. So bench, Val probably Dream Gates, does Dung Defender, and then goes King's Brand would be my guess, unless we're waiting on Adyn to go for King's Brand checks. Nope,
That
I'm
is
wrong.
also possible, yeah. He is close to Tram, so maybe Adyn wants to go to Basin instead.
Yeah, I guess Vale just didn't want to waste the Dream Gate, so we're just going to clear Waterways now. Fair enough. I mean, the thing is, even... It doesn't really matter what order we do things at this point. You already have Dash, Wings, and C-Dash. You can pretty much full clear everything. I don't know if they have... what's the charm? I can't think of it. King Soul yet, so that might be a difference.
I don't think so, because one piece of King Soul was behind the Lost King at the Monarch Wings check.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the tracker shows that they only have half of the King Soul charm so far.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So, if Blue gets 2 Wings quickly and then 2 Brand as well, they might have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, they have a chance on some of these things. It's just hard.
Yeah. I don't know where Tim is going. Canyon, probably?
I am a little surprised Blue hasn't done Mantis Lords yet. I know there's, like, people do not like Mantis Lords, and I probably like Mantis Lords too much, but I think Fungal 1 is, like, not unreasonable right now. And Fog Canyon 1 is done. Tim does 1 check in Fog Canyon and is going to leave now. I think Tim is sad to see that check. He's like, I wanted something to do. Now I have to check the map again.
Yeah. Look at your dream gate, Tim. Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Where's he going?
I think he might be
Oh,
getting
it's
it.
Tyrant?
I think it's Wings time. Yep.
It's Tyrant. Okay. We're still searching for the one in Waterways. Surely Junk Pit has it. I believe. I was wrong. QG, we never found QG Stag, so it is nice. Quato and Adyn actually both going the vanilla way for QG, having to deal with the dreaded frogs on 3/2 HP. This is kind of scary. Okay, we can heal to 3 here. Adyn should be fine. Yeah, Vale's starting to take a lot of time in Waterways. We'll see what order Blue Team wants to check it, but that could be kind of a route to a comeback. Especially if Vale guesses wrong again and it's like Tuck or Defender or especially Isma's Grove.
Yeah, I was also thinking if it's Grove, it might be very fast if Blue decides to go there first.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Quato making progress in QG. So this is only a 1 major lead for Red. Blue definitely has a chance here. It's just this whole Palace to King's Brand thing that really makes me scared for Blue Team. This is going to be Tyrant here from Tim. There we go. Nice fight. 2 Marmu fights on your screen. What more could you ask in life?
It was also pretty synced with the bounces at some point.
Where was the QG stag anyway? I don't think we know, right? I don't think either team has it.
No, I don't think so either.
So Vale gets red team gets
found...
Kingsel, and yeah, blue gets wings.
And Vale found Kingsel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you pointed that.
Kingsel pretty helpful, especially with how late in Palace it was. I expect Tim's just going Palace here. I am wrong. Wait, maybe they don't have... They do have Hidden Station stag, though. Tim shouldn't be going this way. Yeah, and Tim already has the bench in Palace. Okay, here we go. Alright, so they're going to get King's Brand. 11-10 is as close. It's as close as it gets without being tied, actually. I can do math. And blue does have the advantage of knowing there is a check in... they know where one of the checks in Basin is. So what we could see happen is red does all of Abyss, and blue does very little, because they immediately find the two majors. There are ways back into this for sure. We're going to see what's in Abyss here. Vale is just starting it now. Yeah, and Palace 4 versus Palace 0, so blue will be at 7 after they finish Palace. Red does have a lot of progress in waterways, though. That makes a big difference, too.
Yeah, and most of the Palace items were pretty late as well. But I think most of it is in Path of Pain, so there's no... like going all the way into Path of Pain and then also to the end of White Palace.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a time sink, but it's not huge.
And there's Hera. And they got VS, so blue actually ahead now. We have 9-10. Blue is a Grim fight ahead. Yeah, true. Yeah, there's I think blue is very much in this, actually. I thought that wings would be more detrimental, but I think blue played around it really well. They still managed to do
blue's also one ahead.
Yeah, one check ahead. It's gonna be more. Okay, it's tied now. It's gonna be less. I lied. What are the areas? Basin 2 for both teams. Green path 2 for red and 1 for blue. I believe that's Un, right? Elevator pass at Un that they haven't done.
Yep. I wonder what the last one is in green.
Fairly quick. Quato's gonna hit the wings and be able to warp out pretty much right away. Yeah, deepness 0, you just get out of there. Fog Canyon 1 is gonna be too quick for red. A lot of this depends on where the waterways check is, I think. So Basin 2, there's only one more in Abyss. Waterways was at Cornifer map? Oh. Oh, they have waterways. Okay. Cornifer map could be a very late check. I think Junk Pit's denser, I think Grove is denser. So that waterways one is a big deal for blue. This Basin is going to be annoying for red. I assume red doesn't have to do Lost Kin. They'll probably check wings first and then go back to Lost Kin already having wings.
Yep. Yeah, they're probably gonna skip the Lost Kin fight.
Adyn is freeing cloth. Okay. Oh, because it's a ghost in Dirtmouth. Oh my. Okay. That is an option, yeah. That's funny. I was so confused. I'm like, we're not playing Blackout. Why is cloth being freed? Alright, 3 checks here. One of them, yep, a Dreamer. And then Vale will do 2 checks here that blue doesn't have to do. It all comes down, in the end, to like, what checks can you skip because you've already cleared the area or you already have the movement. Yeah, that waterways is just huge for red to have over blue here. But Tim is about to find like 3 more majors in Palace pretty quickly. And that'll put them down to 5 once they get there. We're doing Trader Lord here in QG, okay. I assume it's required, we wouldn't be here. Quato also going toward Trader Lord. We might see 2 Trader Lord fights at once if Quato's fast enough. And yeah, Vale gonna have to go back. So we'll see if Vale does Lost Kin. I'd be surprised. Aiden's on death percent. 2 HP on Trader Lord is a scary time. He's playing a little more cautiously now. That was very close. And Cloth does save him. Oh, that was a very close Trader Lord fight. And that's a long way to come back, especially with only 8 majors per team. Not in Dirtmouth, it counts as a ghost in QG. Oh, okay. Fair enough. The day I learned. Do we check cloth first then? Yeah. we double back, check cloth, and then we go to White Lady. Makes sense. And we don't need to do White Lady. And we're going to do it anyway. And we're not going to do it anyway. Those were the two options. Vale about to find another major. Tim about to find two more majors. It's 7-7. We're pretty close to 6-6. It's going to be very close. Quato's going to find this major at cloth as well. Both teams having the foresight to save cloth ahead of time is very good. You can save cloth after. You don't get locked out of this check, but it's just longer. Him having a nice Path of Pain. We're going to see Broken Vessel from Vale. Very interested to see if he does Lost Kin. Adyn's going to be doing Stone Sang, which Quato's about to find the Lantern, so Blue's about to be able to do that. Waterways is such a big deal. Grimfight is such a big deal. It's going to be very close here. Green Path order checking is a big deal. Like, a lot of it depends on where these items are, too. But although we know most of them, we don't know Green Path. We know Basin. Vale is not going to fight Lost Kin first, which is a good decision. Well, I don't know. He could come back in. No, he's not going to. So, yeah, they save a Lost Kin fight over Blue Team is good. Blue Team now up one major, and it's going to be tied again with a Void Heart here. It's going to be so close. I would be surprised if we didn't see 4 Radiance fights on screen. And it is Wraith, so No Eyes was worth doing, although you didn't have to do the... Didn't actually need Lantern. And they're both going to find Wraiths at the same time to go to 5-5. Green Path is done for Blue Team. Red Team needs to do Grim as the major one, but also needs to find this last item in Green Path, and they're going the wrong way, so I did mention this earlier. Blue Team actually no longer has to do, like, Shio Thorns checks, because they already know it's at Un. So this is another advantage for Blue. Tim's struggling a bit with Path of Pain, but very close. Does get the King's Brand, which is the important part. 4 majors left. And I think Blue Team has a lead. I think Waterways is going to be a pain, but Grim is also going to be a pain. Tim's pretty much done.
Waterways. Yeah, if they are lucky, Waterways could be pretty fast. If they go from the city entrance and then go left.
Should be pretty fast.
I think it's suboptimal usually, but they might just decide to if they want to, like, if they feel like they're behind and they want to make up some time.
They did get late wings. They didn't know where they were going for a long time, so they might feel like they're behind very reasonably. I don't know if they'd guess at that, though. We find the major in Resting Grounds. The last 3 items for Blue has been majors. It's 4-3 now. How long is a Grim fight? Oh, they have to get to Waterways, too. So Blue does... Tim could save so much time here if he starts with top left Waterways. If Tim starts with top left Waterways, I think Blue just wins. Because Quato's going to get the 2 in Basin in not too much time. Yeah, Blue definitely an advantage here. That Grim fight is long. We're going to see Shape of Un soon from Adyn. And we're going to see... So it's going to be 2 for Red after these next 2 checks. Well, not next 2 checks. There's World Sense first, I suppose. Dream Gating for Tim... Oh, that failed. Okay, thank you, Hollow Knight. There's Fog Canyon, 3-3. About to be 2-3 Quato. I don't think there was anything at Wraiths. I think Wraiths was like a Palor. Tim doing Tuck first. So we'll see where Tim goes from this Dream Gate. He might do... He's not going to do Dung Defender first. Okay, there's a real chance. There's a real chance Tim does top left here. Like, this race comes down to what Tim does right now. And I don't even think it's, like, necessarily the right or wrong play. It's just guessing. Are we Dream Gating or diving? We are diving. And this is going to be Grim from Red Team. Tim needs to go up right here. Well, or after this. This check first makes a lot of sense, but...
But it is kind of usual to go down here from, like, with the dive floor.
Well, there's still an edge check. Are they doing Hive before Hornet too? Wait, this could be... Oh, this could be so long from Red Team, actually. And Tim's going up! Wait, Blue Team should have this. Tim is going up first. Tim should get the map here, and Quato should get the major in Abyss. There's E-Pass. I don't know where the last check was in Edge. Grim's about to be done.
I think Hornet 2.
If it was Hornet... 2, Adyn might be doing Hive first. Yeah, Adyn is doing Hive first.
Yep.
And we're about to get corner for map from Tim.
Yeah.
Wow, they came back from that. I thought that race was close to over with wings. Being as different as it was. Quato does have to live here. There we go. Yeah, they're not. The red's just too late to the edge check. Yeah, if Waterways were Junk Pit or something, you could see this race the other way. That's actually crazy to me. And Quad is about to finish this. Tim should just be going to THK here. Yeah, that's everything. Yep. Wow, they finish at like the same time too. Tim and Quato. And Adyn cannot find. Adyn's in Hive. Adyn's in the wrong space. I think Red got a little unlucky in the end, actually. I think a lot of the areas that they were one check left, Red did them in the longer order, and Blue went right for the item. Although I do think Hornet 2 is probably a faster check than Hive, in fairness.
Yeah, I think so too. And checking on does make some sense when you have very little movement, but you do have Isthmus tier.
Yeah.
I think they had Pla as well. So you might just think that it's where logic is taking you.
Yeah, you can see Red's actually done more checks now. I believe it's like 252 to 248 that we're seeing on the locations checked. I think a lot of kind of the... I think Tim and Quato were just a little faster in general, and I think that kind of got negated by the wings. So I think in terms of checks, it was very even for a lot of the race. But this ending was really unlucky for Red Team. And you see Vale with nothing to do here. Vale can help and edge a little bit. Does Vale have the Hornet 2 bench?
I think it's Adyn who has the bench.
Yeah, Vale just has to run to edge.
Yep.
It's a really ugly ending. That was a cool race, though.
Blue team almost simultaneously going into Radiant.
One of these Radiant's color schemes is not like the other. Adyn's walking out? Oh, there's a ghost here. Oh, there's 3 in Hive that Blue didn't have to do. That's crazy.
That does actually make Hive somewhat of a reasonable play to do first.
Yeah. I think a lot of what Red did was reasonable. They just got unlucky with the order of things.
Yeah.
But they also got pretty lucky to get both wings. So I don't feel too bad about it.
I guess it's a bit unfortunate that there wasn't too much behind wings.
Yeah, I don't think
I mean,
wings
there was
helped them
White Palace and Kingsbrand, but in the end it was only 2 majors or something.
Yeah, and they weren't important. I think the big thing is like Kingsbrand didn't really help you go any faster because there was something behind Broken Vessel anyway. Yeah, they already had all their movement, and that's going to be GG from Blue Team. Red Team about to find their last major. I assume they'll finish, and I know Chris had said that there are going to be like interviews with the players after, part of the pre-recorded. And yeah, the last nail upgrade. So we'll see. I think there's going to be interviews. My guess is that Red Team will finish, because they're so close to finishing anyway. They just need to actually do that in game.
I am curious to see what the exact time difference is between wings. I think it's something like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think at least 20. It felt very long to me.
To me as well.
So yeah, it's going to be... I don't remember the other side of the bracket, actually. But it'll be Tim Quato versus... I don't know know what winner's final is. I'm looking it up. Some Quato vs Kuro AP will be very fun. Val, Adyn. Yeah, Val Adyn is gonna play Blossom. And then we need still Con and Staxis and Jet and Methulo have to play. But yeah, we're getting toward the end of it. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams left, I believe. Yeah, it looks like 8. Or 7. I can't count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7. I believe in myself.
I was gonna go for 8, but you might be right.
I don't know. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4,
using mouse.
5. Yeah, there's 5 in losers and 2 in winners now.
GG's from Adyn, and Vale is on Radiant's phase 2.
Yo, this Cyclone.
Yeah, definitely very creative use of the nail arts throughout the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I like seeing that. Mostly because I like trying to learn what I should be using, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah, it's also pretty impressive to me, but I have more important things to learn first. I think.
Yeah, GG's. GG's to Red Team.
GG's
So,
to Red.
No Way and I, of course, are real living live people. These foreigners are not, they're from the past. So we don't know when they're going to just start talking, but presumably it's coming up fairly soon. Until then, you can ask them in chat, I guess, if you have questions. We cannot relay any questions, so...
Hello.
Hello, GG. Oh, what a seed.
Oh, yeah, you guys got wings way before us.
Yeah, that's what I
That
was
makes
gonna
sense.
say.
When we found the second wings at Fungal, we were like, oh,
We got
I
the
just had
2
that.
wings about, like, the 2 wings were on the recent items at the same time.
Oh, it's
when
funny.
we got
Same,
them.
same for
Yeah.
us, but way later.
Yeah.
I just skipped Tyrant. Which is something unusual, but I didn't have Shriek. So
I also skipped Tyrant. I literally lost location. That Tyrant and Collector left and we got our wings at Tyrant.
Oh,
I just
right.
stayed and got them a minute earlier.
We actually got lucky because we didn't do like Watcher Knights or Collector. We just did Tyrant because we're like, hey, we need wings. It's probably a Tyrant. And it was correct.
Yeah. Have you done Hive?
no.
No, we
yeah.
got lucky.
I
So
should
I was
just
like, yeah, I
do
was like, I've
do
been
Hornet.
punished for not doing on it too fast, which is why I did it and it paid off.
Yeah, fair.
How much like dark rooms did you do? Like, cause
Joni and Deepness.
yeah, same for us. Yeah, like the lantern was so terrible, especially with the QG stack. Was at Mamu. That was so
Yep.
rude.
Yeah, I was glad that I didn't leave the QG climb too late. 'cause
Yeah,
we
same.
were never getting that stack. Alright, first of all, did you get a heart attack when you saw what the GPZ?
I was
I
like,
was
oh.
so excited.
Especially because there's that one Dirtmouth remaining Major,
Yeah.
and we were like, where is this?
Yeah, and second of all, what the fuck is Shaman?
Oh, we
Yeah,
never
where
got
is
it.
Shaman? We never got it.
Defender's Crest, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't
The
get it.
one
We
single
didn't put away as
location
fast.
didn't full clear.
Imagine doing waterways early. Couldn't be me. Yeah. Oh, that was definitely a seed.
Yep.
With the late wings, I was very nervous.
Yeah.
Late wings, late lantern, yeah.
Yeah, it was close enough. Like,
Yeah, it was close race. GG.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
GG. The part that I was watching the most closely was the beginning, obviously, because y'all were doing exactly the same things, which was kind of fun to watch since
Oh yeah.
like I couldn't see Vale's perspective, right? But then Tim died in Sentinel Mound.
I died
and
picking up Dash in A round. Yeah, that was fun.
yeah. So then I
Rough.
I wasn't able to keep paying attention because then Vale was ahead too much. So
No, I think Tim got like freeze frames from getting the dash animation, and that killed
Yeah,
him.
there was a Vengefly to my right, and I saw it coming, and I was like, nah, I can pick up this item and then just hit the Vengefly away. But then I was frozen for longer because it was actually something. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, but even more important, how did you end up with 1 HP in Mount? How did that happen?
Don't shush.
3 HP moment.
Yeah. I think the worst play I have done in this entire seed was to take nail upgrades early. I'm never doing that again. I did
Oh, really?
6 Dream Warriors of the 7.
Oh no.
Shouldn't have taken the bloody nail upgrades. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, I only took them when I was doing Grim.
Yeah, it would have been so much better if I just don't. Yeah, like sometimes you just don't foresee how many you want to do, and like it's just
Oh, for sure.
too
It's
many.
hard.
I did enjoy how early Cyclone was, so there were a lot of fun
Oh,
Cyclone
I love
drops.
spin. Yeah.
Well, cool. GG. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, good luck on the next match. Winners, is it winners
Thank
finals,
you.
right?
Yeah, winners finals against AP
Yeah.
Kura.
Oh, wow.
Is that still a one match or is it a best of 3?
I believe it's just one match.
All right.
I think, is it just Grand Finals that's best of 3? Or
Yeah,
is it...
I think that's the case. But yeah, good luck with your match as well.
Winner of
Thanks.
Blom, Emo, Okama, so that's also like all the matches are just gonna be so close from now on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Very stacked tournament.
Cool. GG. I will stop the
GG.
recording.
Yeah.
GG.
All right. Yeah. GG's. Thanks again, Chris, for restreaming. I think they pretty much summed it up. Yeah, there's gonna be a winners finals, and I think that's very correct. Like every match is gonna be really close. So thanks for watching. Thanks for players. Thanks for restreaming. Thanks for chatting. Good chatting.
Thanks for coming with me as well, Tom. You did a great job.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you next match.